phát biểu của nhà báo Đinh Đại Nguyên. Thưa quý vị, một trong những môn đề của môn phái vua Việt Nam Việt Võ Đạo đó là anh Christopher Ward. Ngay sau khi được tin thất lộc tại Việt Nam, anh từ bang Connecticut đã vội vã bay về đây đêm hôm qua và bây giờ có mặt để dâng hương trước bàn thờ của cố võ sư trưởng môn Lê Sáng và có đôi lời thư cùng với quý vị quan khách. I would like to invite Mr. Christopher Ward come to the stage.
I'm going to speak in English. My name is Christopher Ward. I have the distinct honor and privilege of being Walsh Chumong Chang's personal representative for the state of Connecticut. Today I also represent Vietnam and New England in general for the students in Wushu of Boston. I'd like to thank Truy for helping me come here today for this one, and thank all the very distinguished audience that we have here today, and extend my deepest sympathies to the family of Wushu Chumong. Perhaps I would like to start with an English translation of my favorite Vietnamese poet. We heard it just a little while ago from him. I will just say the first line of one of his poems. Wushu Chumong wrote this poem for another Wushu in Saigon. And the poem starts this way. You are a great man. I love Wushu Chumong. I was incredibly lucky to have an experience with him, although a short time, maybe 15 years, not many decades as many of you. It profoundly affected my life. To have access to Wushu Chumong in a way of being a foreigner was very special. Many Vietnamese do not get to have that access. I got the news of Wushu Chumong's passing away while I was training. Wushu Chaming Dukas called me and said Wushu has passed away, and I was training, and coincidentally, I was also training at the time of his funeral in Saigon. And I believe that would please Wushu very much, that I was training at these times. While in Vietnam, during my 3 trips there, I had a wonderful experience at Ha Dong, training with Wushu Chumong, who arranged a program for me where I was training from 6 in the morning till 6 to 10 at night, 6 days a week. And many leading masters in the Saigon area coming to teach me different specialties. And it was a wonderful experience. Wushu Chumong has given me many compliments, which accumulated in the honor of he given me my black belt, which everyone in Vietnam told to me was the first time anyone could remember he put a black belt on the student. And I treasure, this is one of my most valuable possessions, my black belt that Wushu Chumong gave to me. My students were likewise inspired. I told the story of Wushu Chumong, his story and the story of Vietnam as we know it, to them at the University of Connecticut. About 800 students over 6 years went with the story. They now have that story. They know this story. And they were also inspired by his philosophy. Yes, they love to train Vietnam, but I also taught the philosophy of Wushu Chumong and Ko Wushu Sheng To as much as I could. And they take that with them too. But also in the practical area, Vietnam has helped them very much. I had one student who went to France on an exchange program, and just walking down the street one day, 2 men attacked her, and they start to beat her up. And she's a wonderful person. I know she did nothing to deserve this, but she came back and she said to me, you know, without Vietnam class, Instead of having a black eye and some bruises, I would be in the hospital. So this is the practical way in which Vovinam has helped some of my students. Also, my students who served in Iraq and Afghanistan war, who came back and said to me, you taught me more than anything, and more than the U.S. Army did, how to survive in Iraq, in the combat, in the day. And this is because of Voshu Chumong and Vovinam and all of you, that they had that experience. I came today because I see now inside of me, now that Voshu Chumong is gone, that part of him, for me, that part of Voshu Chumong that lives in me now must come to the surface more for me. I must increase my dedication. And that's one reason I came here today, to come across the country for this one. And because I think I have to increase my level of activity, because he is no longer with us. But he is in all of us. So we can enjoy that. He was a teacher, a friend, an inspiration. I consider the idea that he appointed me personal representative did not end with him, his life as we know it, but continues. And I will try to embrace that one and bring his ideas and his values to my students and the world in general. Voshu Chumong, I love you. You are my hero. Tamamidam.
Qua lời phát biểu của một huấn luyện viên người Mỹ bản xứ là Christopher Ward cho thấy là tinh thần vô vi Nam Việt Võ Đạo, và đặc biệt là tấm gương của võ sư trưởng môn Lê Sáng đối với anh ra sao khi mà đã truyền lại được cái tinh thần vào võ thuật vô vi Nam cho một môn sinh khi sống sót tham dự của mặt trận Iraq. Cái sự đóng góp của tinh thần Việt Võ Đạo giờ phút này đã được phổ biến khắp nơi trên thế giới.